Hello friends. Welcome to Library Facts. Today we're going to understand what is a parametric test. If you're into research, data analysis, or statistics, this video will be very useful for you. Let's dive into the world of parametric testing and see how it helps us draw conclusions from data. What is a parametric test? A parametric test is a statistical test that makes certain assumptions about the population data. It relies on population parameters like mean and standard deviation. These tests are applicable when the data follows a normal distribution and meets specific conditions. Parametric tests are based on three key assumptions. 1. The data is normally distributed. 2. The variances of groups are equal. Homogeneity of variance. 3. The data is measured on an interval or ratio scale. Only when these assumptions are met, the test gives reliable results. Some commonly used parametric tests include t-test, independent and paired; ANOVA, analysis of variance; z-test. These tests are used to compare means or evaluate differences between groups. T-test explained. A t-test is used to compare the means of two groups. For example, is there a difference in average study time between boys and girls? We use independent t-test when the groups are different and paired t-test when the data is from the same group before and after treatment. ANOVA explained. ANOVA stands for analysis of variance. It is used to compare the means of 3 or more groups. Example, comparing average usage of 3 different library services. It tells us whether at least one group is significantly different. Z-test explained. The z-test is used when the sample size is large, usually greater than 30. It is useful for comparing proportions. Z-test also assumes normal distribution of data and known population variance. Why use parametric tests? Parametric tests are powerful and give accurate results when assumptions are met. They are widely used in academic research, psychology, and social sciences. Because they rely on mathematical formulas, their conclusions are statistically strong. Parametric tests require data to be on an interval or ratio scale. Examples include height, weight, temperature, scores, etc. They are not suitable for nominal or ordinal data. Normal distribution means most data points lie around the mean, forming a bell-shaped curve. If your data follows this pattern, parametric tests can be safely applied. You can check normality using statistical tests like histograms. Homogeneity means the variability across groups is similar. For example, 2 classrooms should have similar score variations. Levene's test is commonly used to check this assumption before performing a parametric test. Parametric tests focus on mean as the central measure. They assume the mean is a valid representative of the population. This makes the results more sensitive and precise compared to other tests. Some key advantages are high statistical power, clear interpretation, reliable results if assumptions are met. That's why parametric tests are preferred in most quantitative research. However, they also have limitations. If the data is not normal or assumptions are violated, the results can be misleading. In such cases, non-parametric tests are safer alternatives. Parametric versus non-parametric. Parametric tests depend on assumptions. Non-parametric tests are used when those assumptions are not met. Examples: Mann-Whitney U-test, Wilcoxon test, chi-square test, etc. These are less powerful but more flexible. Avoid parametric tests when sample size is too small, data is highly skewed, there are extreme outliers. Always test your data's distribution before deciding which test to use. You can perform parametric tests using tools like SPSS or Python SciPy stats models, MS Excel. These tools offer built-in functions for running t-tests, ANOVA, and more. Imagine you recorded reading hours of users from 2 libraries. Now you want to know if there's a significant difference between them. You can apply an independent t-test to compare their means statistically. Let's recap. 1. Parametric tests assume normality and equal variances. 2. They use mean-based comparison. 3. Common tests, t-test, z-test, ANOVA. 4. Powerful but limited if assumptions are broken. 5. Ideal for quantitative data analysis. Thanks for watching this detailed video on parametric tests. If you found this useful, like, share, and subscribe to Library Facts. Comment your doubts or suggestions. I'll respond to them. See you in the next video. Until then, keep learning and exploring. Thank you.